These are the 5 most heavily guarded places on Earth. Number 5. Iron Mountain. Document storage company Iron Mountain has facilities all over the world, but their most secure one is in Boyers, Pennsylvania, and is built in a former limestone mine. 220 feet below ground, the facility holds some fascinating treasures, including original prints of famous movies and studio masters of classic albums. However, since Iron Mountain has a strict confidentiality agreement, it isn't public knowledge what is in the vault, but a reporter who got a tour said, "Think big and you'll probably get it right." What is known to be stored there is Bill Gates' Corbis Image Collection, which is 27 million visual images. This includes prints of the most famous pictures of all time, including lunch atop a skyscraper, and there are 18 pictures of Abraham Lincoln. Number 4. Area 51. The infamous Area 51 is a remote detachment of the Edwards Air Force Base in southern Nevada. Supposedly the real name of the top-secret base is Homey Airport and Groom Lake, but it has also been called Dreamland and Paradise Ranch. There is no official explanation as to what the United States government does there, but it's believed that it is where the government works on black projects, which includes experimental aircraft and weapon systems. However, conspiracy theorists contend there is much more going on there, things like housing aliens and flying saucers. The area is so secretive that the CIA only acknowledged its existence in 2013, so you can probably guess how secure it is. The airspace above it is restricted and only unmarked planes can fly into the base. Signs are posted around the base that say security forces can use deadly force when it comes to trespassers. These security forces are alerted to intruders by sensors in the ground. There are most likely other security systems monitoring the area, but so little is known about Area 51 that it is tough to know what intruders might encounter. Needless to say, even if you are really curious, do not wander over to Area 51 and take a look around. It's a good way to get shot. Number 3. The United States Penitentiary Administrative Maximum Facility. Unlike the other places on this list, the United States Penitentiary Administrative Maximum Facility, better known as ADX Florence, wasn't necessarily designed to be secure to keep people out of it. Yes, it would be hard to break into it, but it was actually designed as a way to keep dangerous people inside of it. The Supermax's men's prison is located in Fremont County, Colorado, and it was created because of a tragic day on October 22, 1983, where 2 prison guards were killed in 2 separate incidents in Marion, Illinois. This led to the Federal Bureau of Prisons building something even more secure than maximum security to house the worst of the worst, like gang and mafia members, terrorists, and people who committed treason. ADX Florence opened in 1994, and it was designed so that all the prisoners would be in solitary confinement for 23 hours, and the cells are even soundproof so prisoners can't talk through Morse code. All the furniture is poured concrete, and the showers run on a timer so they can't flood. If there is an escape attempt, guards have access to a panic button that closes every door in the prison. Finally, if they do make it out of the building, the prison is surrounded by a 12-foot fence with razor-sharp barbed wire and is patrolled by armed guards with canine units. Since it is so secure, some of the most dangerous criminals and terrorists are locked up there. This includes the Unabomber, Theodore Kaczynski, and Thomas Silverstein, a former leader of the Aryan Brotherhood who was responsible for one of the murders on October 22, 1983 that led to the creation of ADX Florence. Number 2. The Vatican Secret Archives. Vatican City itself is one of the most secure states in the world. simply because the Pope, who is the head of the biggest denomination of Christianity, can be a target for a whole host of people. However, the most secure building in the closely monitored walled city-state is probably the secret archives. The archive, like other areas of the Vatican, is protected by the Pontifical Swiss Guard, who may dress funny, but they are a highly trained army force that has been protecting the Pope for over 500 years. Notably, they were able to keep the Nazis out of Vatican City during World War II. The archives hold some incredible and invaluable parts of history dating back to the 8th century. This includes the Bull Papal that excommunicated Martin Luther and a petition from 1530 that was signed by 81 English clergymen and lords requesting that the Pope annul King Henry VIII's marriage to Catherine of Aragon. The secret archives are open to researchers, but sometimes it takes years to get access. Even then, you can't go wandering around in the archives that is rumored to have 50 miles of shelving. Instead, researchers can request a document, and it is brought to a viewing room. Number 1. The United States Bullion Depository. Located near Fort Knox, an Army base in northern Kentucky, the United States Bullion Depository is where the United States government keeps their gold reserve. It is believed that out of all the gold ever refined, 2.3% of it is stored at the depository. And if you're wondering how much gold that is, it is roughly $180 billion worth. The vault was completed in 1936, and it is considered to be one of, if not the most secure place on Earth. Before you even get to the building, there are 4 fences that surround the depository. 2 of them are electrified. The building has walls that are 4 feet thick, and they are bulletproof and fireproof, as are the windows. The door weighs 22 tons and is blast-proof. The depository is also heavily guarded. There are at least 4 sentinel stations that house several guards, all of whom are armed with machine guns and high-powered rifles. There are multiple security systems that cover every inch of the depository, and there are further rumors that there are landmines and tunnels that flood, but again, that is speculation. Nevertheless, the depository is not some place you want to try and break into. Subscribe for more.